Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. My name is Colin. I am the Secretary of Ballet International. Today we shall talk about the great stars of dance. There will be several videos as this one, but each video will highlight one or two different artists of ballet, either of the past time or the actual living ones. Ballet International has created this brief portfolio or resume for educational purpose, and this for the young students of ballet and their parents as well. Parents need also to learn something about the culture of ballet. Of course, know at the full as their children, but it will help them to understand better why their children are studying ballet. Ballet culture, ballet technique, ballet history, the history of music, the history of dance. In this way, parents will understand and enjoy more the fact that their children are learning something useful annexed to the rigorous ballet technique. Ballet is not a game, is not for fun, but is a full culture at 360 degrees. Parents need to be acquainted what their children are learning at the full. The star of dance that we shall discover today is Michel Denard. Stay tuned and keep an eye on the website www.ballet-international.net or on YouTube Ballet International channel. For any further inquiry, you may contact Jean-Pierre Alexandre Pribiloa, who is the administrator of Ballet International. The email address is jpp812@yandex.com. We look forward in hearing from you. Now, who was? Michel Denard. Michel Denard, November 5th, 1944, February 17th, 2023, was one of the most charismatic and influential French danseurs étoiles, star dancers, of his generation. Here are the key highlights of his remarkable career. Star of the Paris Opera Ballet. Quick ascent. Despite starting his classical training relatively late, around age 18, Denard joined the Paris Opera Ballet in 1966 and rapidly rose through the ranks, being named Danseur Étoile in 1971, the prince of the stage. He was widely celebrated for his elegance, dramatic intensity, and clean classical technique, making him the quintessential prince in the romantic and classical repertoire. Legendary partnership. He formed a prestigious and acclaimed partnership with Ghislaine Tesmar, another Paris Opera Ballet étoile. They were frequently paired in the great classical ballets. Principal classical roles. His repertoire included all the great roles. Albrecht in the Ballet of Giselle. Siegfried in the Ballet of Swan Lake, dancing multiple versions, including those by Rudolf Nureyev and John Neumeier. James in the Ballet of La Sylphide, Pierre Lacotte's reconstruction. Apollo in the Ballet of Balanchine's Apollo Musajet, the Firebird role, and Béjart. Defining role. The work that truly rocketed him to international fame and defined his artistic identity was Maurice Béjart's 1970 version of L'Oiseau de Feu, the Firebird. Gender flip. Béjart created the title role, traditionally danced by a ballerina, specifically for Denard as a charismatic male figure. The premiere was a triumph, and Denard became synonymous with the role. International career and collaborations guest star. Denard was in high demand worldwide, frequently appearing as a guest artist with companies like the American Ballet Theatre, ABT, and the Bolshoi and Kirov Mariinsky ballets. Modern repertoire. He was a favorite of major 20th century choreographers and excelled in contemporary works, creating or performing ballets by George Balanchine, Roland Petit, Jerome Robbins, John Neumeier, Mercy Cunningham, Alvin Ailey, and Carolyn Carlson, ballet director. After retiring from the POB stage in 1989, he served as the director of the ballet of the Berlin State Opera, Staatsoper unter den Linden, from 1993 to 1995-1996. Actor Michel Denard, successfully transitioned into a career as a stage actor, performing in plays and theatrical productions until 2019. He was a pivotal figure in French dance, bridging the classical and modern repertoire with unmatched grace and stage presence. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you have enjoyed this video. In the new video, we shall talk about a prominent figure of ballet. In case you might want to send us your suggestions or ideas, this will help us to improve our work. Keep an eye on YouTube Ballet International channel for new eventual videos. Colin and Jean-Pierre Alexandre Pribiloa wish you all a lovely evening.